We was in the studio like was it yesterday?
Nah.
2 days ago?
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Yeah, I don't even know. We was in the studio like literally 2 days ago, and we had like a little photo shoot and shit. And we was taking pictures. It was like me, him, and probably like 3 or 4 shorties or whatever. And bro, like I passed him the blunt, and I probably like maybe like a minute went by, 2 minutes went by, and I just immediately tried to. I ran around the whole studio trying to look for the blunt, bro. And this nigga had the blunt in his hand the whole time.
Yo.
So I be doing like the most.
And he was helping you look or not?
No, he was standing there smoking it.
I didn't even know he was looking.
Yeah, he was standing there smoking it. Yeah, he was standing there smoking it, and I'm over here going like, I'm like looking all over the studio, big dog. So I'm just like, bro, I might be on the court real quick. My bad.
Oh yeah, no, you good, you good.
Yeah, I be moving around a little too much.
What are these things right here that you have?
Yeah, so right here I got Loud Logs, bro. So shout out my sponsor, Loud Logs. We just got sponsored by them. You definitely talking about that, bro. Hit this, by the way.
Cool. Yeah, see, I'm a...
Loud, what's it called?
It's called Loud Logs, bros.
Okay.
These are literally like, my bad. These are like, oh shit.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, these are literally like the new fucking raps, bro.
Okay.
And I don't know about you guys, but I smoke blunts like hella, man. Like,
Yeah, same.
I'm a big blunt smoker, bro. This is right here. This is peach cobbler.
Yeah, that's my favorite flavor.
Now, this is literally this is personally my favorite flavor. But they got all types of flavors. Shout out my boy Groovy, by the way, too. And you guys definitely have to tune into the interview I just did with him too. He's one of the founders of Loud Logs. He sponsored me as a week ago. But yeah, look. So let me break it down to you guys. So yeah, they come in packs of 6, bro. They come in packs of 6, and they come with all types of flavors. So they do collabs too, like with artists too. So like they have a collab with Wally the Sensei. They got one with Big Sad.
Shout out Big Sad.
Yeah, shout out Big Sad 1900. They got a collab with I don't even know, but they got a lot of collabs and stuff like that, and a lot of different flavors. So they come in packs of 6. They're literally hand washed, premium cut. So literally, I don't know. I'm gonna break you down the flavor right now. Hold on, let me show you.
That's not bad. I'm a joint smoker, so
You joint smoker?
for me, saying
You smoke
that,
one?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
So look, I'm
Let me see.
right
Let me
here,
see
look.
what you talking about.
you're gonna have to kick the homie down or something with a little package.
Open that pack up and tell me the texture of that leaf, bro. Tell me how you feeling about that, bro. Right now.
Oh yeah.
Premium cut, stem placements,
yeah.
stem placements.
That's
are
what I'm
perfect.
saying. And every one though too.
Comes in a pack of 6, bro. That's the dark oak right there, natural leaf. But they got different flavors like cherry bomb.
I'm like a natural leaf type of
You know what I'm saying?
nigga, like the dark leaves. You feel me? And like
So what's up with that?
evenly
Take some for
cut.
yourself, bro. Take
Yeah, for sure. I'm a roll one right
I
now.
always feel like people say like, oh, there's like a difference between the light leaf and the dark leaf. Like, is there actually a difference? You feel like?
I mean, I think personally, they probably smoke different a little bit. I feel like the dark leaves are usually like a thick, like not a thicker burn, but like a slower burn. I would think. 'Cause I would think usually in most cases when you get like a lighter leaf, they're usually thinner. To be honest with you, you don't really catch really a really thin like light leaf. So I would say yeah, for the most part, yeah. But sometimes it could just be the flavor, or whatever. I don't know.
I like that. I like the thinner. When I was smoking like woods and shit, or actually I was smoking loose leaves a lot.
Yeah.
I would like the thinner leaf. I like that.
Really?
Yeah, that was my shit.
Yeah. See. Yeah. I just like the darkness of the leaf. I like the dark leaf.
You guys like dark leaves?
Yeah, it hit different. You know what I'm saying? And like all these, like you know what I'm saying? And like I like how these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
we
you
about
fucking
to
with
roll.
those?
We about to
Yeah,
I'm
bro,
about to
definitely
roll one right
give me
now.
your feedback for sure.
Yeah, we
I see
about
you
to
got a
talk
grabber
about
right there. We do not fuck with grabber.
Yeah.
They ain't fucking with grabber no more.
We not
2024.
fucking- okay, yeah.
We fucking with
Let's
Loud
see.
Laws, man. Like I said, you guys can get yourself some loudlaws.com. Get yourself a box. A lot of people ask me about.
Grab a K now, nigga.
Yeah, but like grab a cake for sure. Like, I don't want to diss other brands because like I don't know. We're not on the Real Me Real right now, but I still want to like keep it professional.
No, fuck that. Fuck those brands. Unless you're sponsoring me, I mean, shout out to Loud Logs. You know what I mean? If you need someone to sponsor, hit up the.
If you guys need Loud Logs, you know what I'm saying, hit your boy up. You guys can hit me up on my Instagrams at Jarrell, Rel. You know what I'm saying? You guys can hit me if you guys need some. But they got all types of cool flavors. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Did I say strawberry mojito? They got that one too.
That's crazy.
They got that. And then they got, get this. So they got one that comes in 6, right? And it comes with, all right, it'll come with 3 and 3 with 2 different flavors. So you'll get like one like pineapple, 3 pineapple, and you'll get 3 like strawberry.
Oh, that's
You
crazy.
can't beat this, bro. I'm telling you, get yourself Loud Logs, man. They're hand washed. My boy's about to roll one up right now, and he's gonna give you literally like the honest feedback. And yeah, man, shout out my sponsor Groovy too, by the way.
Yeah. How'd that come about?
Man, so
How'd that
like,
happen?
I mean, if we're just getting into the sponsor real quick. I mean, like, okay, so that shit came about because I got sponsored at a studio a couple months ago, or
Okay.
probably around like, I would say like September, October. I think that's when we got sponsored by them.
Okay.
By Mixed by Marv, that's my sponsor. and so it was kind of like an A&R thing. That studio has a lot of people that are in there all the time. Like our studio personally, like, you know, we have a lot of people in our studio, but that building just has a lot of people in there. So he happens to do music as well, and he got his own space in that studio. So then, like, he put me on, and I saw them, and then they got stuff with Cypress too. You guys know Cypress Moreno?
Yeah, Cypress.
Yeah, I've had him on my podcast for sure. Shout out my boy Cypress.
That's sick. That's a fucking staple.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely, yes, Cypress was a dope one for sure. I was definitely hyped up when I got Cypress Moreno on the podcast.
Well, before we get too deep,
Yeah, go ahead. My bad, bro.
we have this is the finger fopping. Oh, the finger fopping. This is the finger popping podcast with last name Luque, supporting the Inland Empire one episode at a time. We have a very special guest. This is a podcaster that's really been taking over the game. He just hit 1K subscribers.
Yes, sir.
This is the homie Rel, part of the Real Me with Rel podcast.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me, bro. Thank you for having me, for real.
So
Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here, bro.
Let's jump into this real quick.
Go ahead,
I want
man.
to ask some personal shit. Where are you from, or where are you guys from?
Mm.
Oh, that's a homie too.
Yeah, so of course my manager Steve's in the building, by the way.
Shout out Steve, man.
Yeah, my manager Steve for setting this up, by the way, and locking it in. But okay, so we from LA, but to be like more specific, we're from like a little like the suburbs, like outside of LA. So I would say like near, like I always tell people like borderline, like Pico, like Whittier, that area.
Okay.
So that's where mainly we grew up around. We went to high school together, me and my boy right here. So
we met what, sophomore year?
I think like sophomore year, freshman or sophomore year, I met him. So I've known him for like a couple years, and
Word.
yeah. So that's where we from. But actually, I don't know if I would like get into all that. But like my parents, they're raised in like the Northern California.
Okay.
So like I would say like, I don't know if you're gonna know it, but like more like the town out there. So it's a small town called Petaluma. I don't know if you know that. That's like Santa Rosa, Petaluma area.
No, I don't.
San Jose, like it's that area, like over there.
I thought you were gonna say like Merced or some shit.
No, I mean, nah, I'm talking about, because most people think when they think of like Northern California, like they think of the Bay, obviously like Oakland and San Francisco. And I don't want to get off that because my family's not from the Bay, but they're from Northern California.
Right.
So I did a lot of my growing up up that way for sure. I got family all the way through Vacaville, through Petaluma to, let's see, Rona Park, everywhere.
You grew up there, or your parents?
Yeah, my parents are from there. So I live down here, but you know, my relatives are up there, like my grandma, my cousins, and like uncles, aunts. So I did a lot of my growing up there. Like we would go up there whenever I had breaks and stuff. You know, most kids went to Hawaii, whatever. We would go to Northern Cal to see the fam, my cousins, whatever.
How would you say that had an influence on you growing up, like that type of environment over there? Even though it's not the Bay, I mean those people. My cousins and stuff are like from Merced. It's still like a little bit away from like the Bay exactly, but you know, they're always really cool. Like they're still hip with all like the fucking coolest like shit. I feel like the people from the Bay have the most swag. Like,
for sure.
Especially the Mexicans out there. They're damn near like black. They're like black and shit. So it's like super cool.
Well, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something about this though. Like for sure, the Bay. I don't know if people might hate me for saying this, but they definitely do it first. Like a lot of shit that comes down here is from the Bay. Like the Bay does it first. They get it first when they come down here.
Settle down, Captain.
I'm just being serious. I'm just being serious. They do a lot of stuff first. Like I'm not gonna lie. They'll be, because you talked about swag and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying everything, but I'm just saying like they do be on a lot of cool stuff that travels its way down here.
True.
Especially music, a lot of stuff in
for
culture,
sure.
bro, for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of definitely a lot of.
And I see it
like
for sure.
Some type of like Bay type of shit for sure. So what was it like growing up in like the Pico or Whittier area that you're saying? I know you don't want to give off the exact area, but
yeah, well, I mean, it had its moments. It's cool. Like I met some really cool people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm very like I'm very well known around, not just from that area. Cause honestly, if I'm being honest, I want to say like 3 high schools in that area. So I went to Lucerna, Whittier High School, and I went to this other schools. So just that being alone, I knew a lot of people around there. Yeah. So it was cool. I mean, there's a lot of dope people in Whittier. And the thing about Whittier, let me tell y'all something, is it's a big area. And the thing is, like, depending on where you're at, like, people will tell you a different story in, like, what Whittier is. Like, if you go to South Whittier, that's not it. You feel me? But if you go, like, a little up, called East Whittier, that's the rich area. We went to high school over there. So, and then if you go to, like, other side, there's all types of, it's actually a really big place. So, I mean, just to summarize it, it was cool. It was chill, you know what I mean? Like, it was whatever. So like, I'm black too. That's another thing. There's not a lot of black people there either.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I thought that was. Like,
it's a lot of Mexicans. It's a Mexican area for sure. But shout out my Mexicans, definitely. Shout out the Latino community. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, run that up real quick.
Shout out the Hispanic community, all the way to the food, to the music, to the work ethic, to the women, man. I love the culture, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out my Latinas, definitely.
Hey, my boy, he swears he's Mexican. He has Mexican food, taco truck
every day, every other day. My favorite food is tacos, bro, for sure. Like,
but does it fuck up your stomach?
Hell no.
No, okay, yeah, you're down.
Hell no, my stomach is trained.
You're down there.
My stomach is trained for that. My stomach is trained for that. But yeah, I love Mexican food, definitely, and I love all types of food. But yeah, I sometimes, like you said, I swear sometimes I'm Mexican, bro.
Yeah, and you know it's part of growing up in California. You know, like. And like the Mexicans here aren't like the same like in Texas or you know in New York or in the East Coast, so it's like even up north it's kind of different, like the food, you know what I'm saying, and so it's like but just like it's a melting pot being from Cali.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference between like the Northerners, the Southerners, the Monos, like all those. Yeah, because a Mexican.
Norteños, sureños, wait.
I don't want to make it like that, but yeah. No, yeah. No, but that's definitely true because like the Mexicans out in Texas are definitely not the same like here and shit. You know what I mean?
What's that nigga that's popping out of Texas right now?
Mexican OT.
That nigga's hard. That nigga's tight. Yeah, I fucks with him
heavy. I was fucking with him like from, with that shit with Currency he had back then. He had some hard shit with Currency.
Yeah,
that feels tight. Shout out Mexican OT. You know what I mean?
Hell
you're not from the IE, but come through. Well, you guys aren't from the fucking IE either. I'm actually breaking.
You know what? Yeah, I want to say shout out to In the Empire for sure. I don't know, before we get into all this, you know what I'm saying? All love.
You already know where I'm going.
Yeah. No, seriously, like I really want to say shout out to In the Empire once again, and I'm saying definitely appreciate you for having me here, bro. And I don't know how far we're gonna get into all this, but you know we'll get into it later. But a lot of love I've got in my podcast journey. To this day has definitely been from the End of the Empire. To this day, literally, and this shows exactly what I mean.
And we in the motherfucking murders right now. Stop playing. We in Myrtle Valley, California. We in Mobile right now. You feel me?
No cap. And want to say shout out my nigga West too out here. Shout out my brother, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you on the shout out with that.
Oh, you peeped that, right? I think I told you definitely. Yeah, I was like, bro. I was like, bro. I told him I'm about to be on your shit, so I said, bro, I gotta come.
The funny thing is, I was like, oh man, he's shouting me out. All right, I'm gonna watch this one. I was sitting there watching the whole thing.
You're waiting for it.
It was at the end. I was like,
straight up.
You know, shout out to, but I loved it though, because I was like sitting there watching.
I'm so glad you watched the episode though, for sure.
It was a good episode, man.
You was fucking with that, huh?
I liked it.
I feel like it's a good vibe.
I felt like right off the bat, because I was the first one where I was like, all right, let me do my homework, and I was like, let me start from the beginning, or not the beginning, but the most recent. And then so, right when I did that, you mentioned like Theo Vaughn, and he was like, I don't know who that is. Bro, like,
yeah, I don't know what's going on with them niggas.
Bro, stand up. I grew up on stand up, like all that shit. Like I started listening to podcasts. I was listening to Taxstone and Brilliant Idiots with Andrew Schultz and Charlemagne.
So you've been listening to podcasts for a long time,
like probably like 2015.
That's crazy. Okay, go ahead.
Like heavy. Damn. Yeah. So Theo Vaughn this past weekend, fucking Tiger Belly.
Past Weekend is really that's definitely one of my favorite podcasts. Is the Past Weekend. I love that podcast.
Yeah, that's
sure.
good.
Okay.
But I would say like me, bro, like I didn't even really watch podcasts like growing up, bro, nothing like that. Like I really got into it. I want to say probably like around the COVID. To be honest with you,
what was you watching?
Man, see, like I was watching some probably like the Full Send one. I was watching that one a lot. Like I said, the comedians.
Yeah.
And I love Flagrant.
Yeah, same. I'm watching Flagrant on a weekly basis.
Yeah, good one. Shout out Andrew Schultz for that one.
All the comedians are fucking like, they're like
maybe the best podcast.
Yeah, comedians have I think the most entertaining podcasts. Like I can watch other podcasts, but I can't watch them like all the way through like the comedian ones for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know what they got going on. They just talk about life, and that shit is just really interesting.
I'll be like, well, I'm into like the whole like stand up shit, so I'll be like waiting like for like a Shane Gillis interview. I'm like, oh shit.
Shane Gillis is definitely a good comedian for sure.
Have you watched his podcast?
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple of his podcasts for sure.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've been on it. He's been on.
I like $1 Million Worth of Game too. $1 Million Worth of Game.
Yeah, well, Wally and or Wallow and.
Yeah, I think they're really entertaining too for sure. They're good.
Yeah, they're cool, man. Drink Champs is cool too. I fuck with them.
I don't
know about Drink Champs. Drink Champs is. I think it's cool, but they're just like they be getting the people in trouble on that show. Like, every time someone goes on there, like
that's up to you though. Like I mean, the same thing can happen here. Like I was.
Nah, man.
Usually I come with a bottle. This is probably the first time I came with.
It's not that hard to cut shit out, bro. Like if something's bad, like in her. No, I'm talking about like for Drink Champs, like it's not that.
You know what it is? We're getting big business calls in this bitch. Run it up. We got Rel in this bitch.
Stop playing.
But yeah. Fuck, what the fuck were we just talking about?
We were talking about
Podcasts and shit.
About cutting shit. Yeah, cutting stuff.
shit.
Drink champs and stuff like that.
There you go. Yeah, they do. Yeah,
That happens to me all the time, bro. Don't worry about it.
it's all right.
I told you, Steve. It's a natural thing for podcasters, bro.
Yeah.
People, they look at me.
You gotta leave it in. You can't.
What? Like cutting shit out?
No, like just forgetting about what we were talking about.
I'll just start a whole different question.
Yeah, that should just be happening sometimes.
Yeah, I'll just fucking. Hey, shout out to CM in this bitch. You know what I mean?
just for some background, I'll be honest. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me?
So I had a random thought the other day, and I was like, so with Loki, bro, that's why I can't think with that shit in the back, Loki.
Oh, okay. I'll turn it off.
Did you ever try any other media art? Like maybe like I don't want to just be like rapping, but like maybe photography or like graphic design or anything before podcasting. Did you ever have any, like, what made you want to do this? Like, what got you to this point? Because like for me, it was like I was producing, tried doing the photography thing. I got on a couple projects, and then I was like, I want to be the background guy. And then finally I had a kid, and I was like, okay, I don't have time for this. And so now it's podcasting. So that's how I ended up. Like, what would be your first media outlet that you tried?
Well, I would say, like, so to answer your question, like, what led me to podcasting is, well, straight off the bat, like, I've always been, like, kind of, like, in entertainment, to be honest with you, like, and it goes all the way back to, like, I don't want to go all the way to my kid, but I would say just high school. So when I was 15 years old, I threw my first, like, party. And I did that through networking through LA, and that's how I met people like Yike Mike and other DJs and stuff like that through LA and IE. So when I was like 15, 16, I was already linking with rappers and stuff like that. Like, I made friends to that industry. So that whole being in the entertainment on camera started like a long time ago. And all that stuff really just kind of transitioned over like how my life was going. So when I was doing that, I was in high school. I'm a young kid, whatever. Like, I just got to go to high school, and after that, it's like whatever. Like, you know, all day. I don't got to worry about nothing. Just got to get there on the weekend. I was like a host. I was a promoter. So, like, I would make, you know, I'll do my own parties. I used to throw parties in bandos, bro. Like, I used to literally throw parties in bandos to make money. You feel me? Like, and I'll promote. I'll do, like, make probably, like, I don't know, maybe $100, $200, just post some shit, like, all week. Like, I was really doing that as a young nigga. So,
That's tight.
I would say, like, that shit just started all the way from there. So then I was doing parties for a long time, but then that shit got out of hand. Like, you do a bunch of house parties, but there's like a lot of liabilities with that, you know, because I had to hire security, because, you know, I'm just like a young kid, like a lot of wad of cash just right there sitting in front of a house.
What's
You know what I mean?
your biggest I guess profit that you made off of that?
My birthday party. So my birthday party over.
How much would you say?
Well, I probably could have made more if I charged more, but this is back in the day. I'm saying this is 2018. So I think my first function, I turned 16. I think over like 300 people came, and I can send you this clip. You can pull it up if you want. Like, over 300 people came, and I think I made over like $1,000.
Okay.
But the thing is, I only charged. I think I was charging like dudes like only like $5, like $5, and I was charging girls like $3, bro. Like, I think, yeah, it was a lot of people that came, but I think I even said, like, I used to be like, oh, bro, like, girls wear booty shorts, y'all can get in for free.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's a cool move, but, like, girls really pull up, and so, like, I was letting girls for free, but after 11, that's when I started taxing, like, 10, 15, but I made over $1,000 that night. I think that's the most I ever made, for sure. All the other nights are just probably a couple hundred, you know what I mean? But that's good money, you know what I mean? It was cool, like, I got to be able to do whatever I want, and it was fun. It was definitely fun, but and then I started doing music. That's the other question. I just started doing music, and then I didn't do it to like take it serious. I really just like was trying to prove a point to like one of my family members. He said I couldn't do it, so I was like, bro, like, it just, when someone tells me I can't do something, it just like makes me like automatically.
Yeah, put the fire in you.
Yeah, automatically just makes me wanna. Oh, that's me.
That's you.
Oh, damn.
Bad podcasting.
Straight up, that's me. I looked around like, this is me.
Hey, you already know you gotta be on D&D.
Yeah, hold up. Let me tell him to call back. Yo.
Only on the No Pressure Motherfucking Network on the Finger Popping Podcast, you know what I'm saying?
You hear me?
Support the Empire one episode at a time.
Hold on.
What's up, big
I'm gonna call you back.
Hey, come on, man. We're on a podcast.
I'll call you back. Hold on. All right. That's my bad. Damn. It went through my D&D and everything. All right.
Hey, notify anyways.
Take my phone, bro. Oh, bro. Come on, man. Take my phone. Shut up.
It's on D&D?
Yeah.
Make sure you plug.
My
Yeah.
bad, I can mess with the XLR. That's not bad. Okay. Alright.
Oh yeah, you could.
Am I good?
Hello, huh?
You can hit this one too, my boy.
Oh, okay, bet. Yeah, 'cause it's about to be out.
Yeah, shit.
Did you? Speaking of other people's, like,
I think my mic's off, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
is it?
Yeah, it might be.
Just push it in.
Fuck
Nah,
with it.
you straight.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you guys, but I don't think you guys can hear me though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good.
I
Yeah.
don't know. That's my bad then. I thought I
Right.
could hear myself.
Now you can even lift it up a little bit. You could tilt it back. You feel me?
Is it me? I don't know. I feel like I'm messing with it, but might be tripping.
I hear something now. Yeah.
That's all. All right, bet. My bad.
Bet.
I'm just making sure, cause like,
Yeah, no.
look, I do podcasts myself. My bad, guys. Like, so I know how it feels. Like,
It did get a fucked up audio
that shit
clip.
has happened to me,
Mhm.
bro. Like sometimes it just like the so my
Yep.
wasn't, bro. So
Nah,
gotta
bro, I
take
feel that.
off.
Nah, I feel you. That's why I'm like, let me just fix it, nigga, so we get it right.
Yeah, 'cause I can hear yourself way better now, but I'm telling you, that stuff's happened to me so many times. So I just
And ruin a whole interview, nigga. You got a whole guest
Yeah.
all there.
No, I've had stuff like that all the time, bro. So I'm just trying to like look
So-
out for y'all for real.
Were you going into a question?
No.
I know. So like getting into the podcasting, like, cause I'm just getting hip to you. The other day when Luke mentioned you, you feel me? So I haven't got a chance to really peep the podcast or nothing other than a couple clips of what he sent me. You know what I'm saying? I haven't sat down and watched the full clip, but like I'm fucking with what y'all doing. Like how how that come about? Like what made you, you know?
All right, so like let's just get into it. Like, all right, so this is how it all started. So I mean, I started like a year ago, bro. Probably like in 2022. I set out to do it like with my best friend, and like long story short, like I was supposed to do it. He was supposed to help me out with the stuff like the camera stuff and like all the audio. Like I didn't know nothing about that. I just
Yeah.
knew like I knew like I could get the guests, and I knew like I could be a host and stuff like that.
I got motion already,
I
so we
didn't
could
know,
get it
like,
popping.
I just knew that part like for sure, but I didn't know like YouTube and monetization and like analytics. I didn't know nothing about that. That's his side. And long story short, he was supposed to do it and he backed out. And I don't know. We're not even like, it's really sad because we're not even friends anymore and stuff like that. But we had like a back, because that was one of my best friends. I know him like my whole life since like probably like I was baby, bro. 2, 3 years old, preschool. Like our moms are friends and stuff like that. So I just took it a different way. You know what I mean? And I'm so passionate about this too. But you know what? I tell people like my close friends and stuff like that. But he was lucky right about one thing, because like it's the time that I had to put in for this podcast to this day to literally to today. It's endless. There's no it's nonstop. There's no clock. There's no time off. I'm constantly selling clothing. I'm editing videos. I'm A&Ring. We're trying to get people to model for our clothing. We're doing interviews. We're at the studio. We're in meetings. I'm constantly doing something all the time. And I think like he was right about that, because I don't know if he would have been able to keep up with all that. Not a lot of people are, built for stuff.
You gotta be built a little bit different.
Yeah,
you know, and it's like it's not one of those things where it's like where niggas is even judging you. Like that's just something you're not willing to do, because like you said, like this shit, once you start something like this, it's like no turning it off. It's like it becomes a lifestyle. All the shit you doing, niggas don't know about all the nice editing, getting your podcast together, even setting it up, and getting guests correlated. Like especially for you too, Luke. Like you getting into it over the last few months. You know what I'm saying? Like you've seen like. Nigga, the process, it's a lot.
Yeah, bro, because look, like I started in my crib, bro, and a year later I'm sponsoring Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting sponsorship deals. I'm like having 1,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I always tell people is like, I didn't know that at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a lot of moments where you don't know. You know what I mean? Like that sponsorship deal was a blessing for sure, bro. Because you know what? Yes, I was putting in work. I had a lot of guests. I had HBK Josh. I had Baby Stone Gorillas. I had Jay Fur. I had Run That Back West. I had everybody coming in. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I was putting in that work. But then you have those nights. You know what I mean? Like how am I gonna get 1,000 people to subscribe to my YouTube channel? You know what I mean? How am I gonna get over 4,000 hours? Like it's a lot. You know what I mean? To wrap your head around. So sometimes you get discouraged and stuff like that, but then you just got to keep it going, and then things like that, like you get sponsored, you get deals, and you get people starting saying like, pull you out and say, hey, you are doing a good job.
When would you say that you started noticing that you were getting like traction and shit, like you were started getting quote unquote motion, I guess?
I would say, I don't know what Steve. What would you say?
When you started getting,
It's hard to say. I mean,
Like, was it just
well,
good,
off the
good
bat,
off the bat?
I'll tell you. Yeah, so off the bat, I mean, okay, I did like 3-4 episodes, right? So I'm like, let's say like, because you said this is like your 4th episode.
This, what is this?
On
Yeah, on yours, right?
yeah, on
On
yours,
mine.
but he's even done a few. He's done like 5 or 6. Or I mean, it's like,
I've came
but for
on
the
this-
finger popping,
Yeah, finger popping, like interviews, like quote unquote, like fucking face to face type shit. Yeah. Otherwise, just like smoking with the homies, getting drunk.
Okay, bet.
yeah.
Yeah, so me, like, I think for off the bat, I did one with my brother. I don't know if it was yes. I did one with my brother. That was my first episode. And then I did one with my boy Hector Duran. He's an actor on Netflix. And
Okay.
he's an actor on Netflix, and he got a movie with Disney too. And he does real estate. Shout out my boy Hector Duran. You guys go watch that episode. I did him, and then I did. I want to say this other YouTuber guy I know. I did him, and I think I did Yike Mike.
Why'd you say that other YouTuber guy?
It's Joseph Nash.
Oh,
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
I
oh,
did.
I was like, damn, what happened?
Now, honestly, like what happened with him is like, now there's no beef and shit like that. Like I don't know, I don't talk to that nigga no more. So I've been trying, like I don't know, bro. I was trying to get him to come in for a part 2. He on bunk, so I don't know. Because look, let me tell you something. Like I want to tell you something too, bro. Like I don't know, I want to get into it right now. Like when we get into the podcast stuff, but like doing this podcast shit, bro. Like a lot of people are gonna like act like you aren't doing what you're doing, bro. You feel me? Like the work and stuff like that. Like a lot of people, especially when you start surpassing people, bro. When you start getting more subscribers and you start really getting in these guests and you start really pulling in these numbers and stuff like that, people aren't gonna they're gonna act like they're not, that you aren't doing what you're doing, bro.
Okay, so with that being said,
Yeah.
you have some top tier guests, like, for someone like you're saying, like
Yeah,
right
coming
when
up.
right when you started out, you were like, I already had good people.
Yeah,
coming on.
good one take.
So,
get them out.
With that being said, you're having good people on your shit. Why would you say that you haven't been invited anywhere to go and
To a podcast.
to a podcast and stuff like that?
Ooh. Okay, so this is my manager Steve right here, of course. Like we've been trying to like figure this out for a good minute, you feel me? But so I don't know. The thing about me is like these podcasts out here, and there's not a lot. There's not a lot of podcasts out here, bro.
Yeah.
There's really not a lot.
consistent ones. For
And I mean, like just up and coming, like really just And then the one thing about the Real Me and Real is like we're the most genuine podcast for sure, and that's what definitely got us to like as far as as I am, man. We keep it simple. We do nothing good, but a good conversation, like you said, and I think you even noticed that. You said it's an interview. We have conversations about real stuff.
Right.
So I think that definitely got me far. But to answer your question, bro, honestly, I don't know, bro. It's because I think you really got to ask yourself, when have you ever really seen, besides, don't think about like Theo and Joe Rogan, but when have you ever really seen other podcasters on other podcasts? You don't really see that like
You
that
don't.
too much. You don't really
You
see
don't,
that.
but I feel like someone that comes from like me, like I come from like producing and like I tried to rap and shit like that, and everybody always needs a feature. Everybody always wants to rap. So I feel like that's a thing in the IE too. I feel like we're like a collective over here, food. Like even though I don't know, I might be a hypocrite
Well, look,
right
let me-
now. 'cause
I'll
I'm
be-
just
I'll
going
be-
back.
No, like what you're saying, like comparing it to rap, because that's what I do with everything,
like, you know
even
what
with
I mean?
sport.
Like, why not expand the,
You know-
the fan base?
It can help build community elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
now that you're on the Finger Popping podcast on the No Pressure Records network. You feel me? The people who aren't familiar with you over here are gonna be like, oh, let me tap in. Okay, they didn't want a podcast. Okay, what I seen this podcast.
It's like
Who is that? And yeah.
with different people.
And it's the same thing, vice versa.
Exactly.
And I'm glad you guys have that mindset. And now that definitely will get you far into networking stuff like that. They'll definitely get you a lot of doors, and you got to keep that mindset for sure. And I mean, just back to that question though, I would say like, I don't know, bro. And to be honest, if I'm being real with you, some of these podcasters we're actually from like the IE, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a politic thing, bro. For real, like I don't know. Like I invited a podcaster on my podcast, and I'm a genuine person. Like I don't hate on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like I let people show me who you are. You feel me? Like I don't just go off of like, even if people start telling me something about you, bro. Like I don't just listen off of what people say. People love to talk.
Yeah.
I will go off of what you show me in my face.
Yeah.
And that's why I base people off. You know what I mean? So I tried inviting a podcaster on my podcast, and it didn't go so well, bro. And he was out there.
Word.
Yeah, he's not from the IE, but he's from like what, like fucking like I don't even know, West Covina or some shit like that.
Oh no,
La Puente area, so like way over there.
Okay, yeah, that's not the
Yeah, not IE.
That's
but
your
he was
people's.
Yeah.
way over there. Yeah, no.
We do not
I
claim
don't want to
that.
put y'all on the IE. Y'all don't claim this nigga for sure. Y'all don't claim him, but he's like from out there. But I'm trying to give it the first time I tried. But like, yeah, I tried him on my podcast, and then it was just really weird, bro. Like he ended up being like 40. Oh yeah. Which one? Here you go. He ended up being like 40 years old, bro. Like, and then he wanted me to cut out his age and stuff. Like, we know who you talk. You know what I'm saying? Everyone knows who we talking about right now. They wanted me to cut out his age and stuff like that. And then at the time, I had an assistant, and she was a female. And we got into this weird. This is a live episode. Y'all can watch this. And it was about like, I was telling him like, yeah, I got an assistant. He's like, oh, so what's going on there? Like, you getting on that? And then really, you know, like males honestly automatically assume that like female friendships are like sexual.
Yeah.
That's just a guy thing, like especially if the female's attractive, which like I don't blame you. Most people like obviously think like I'm on that. She's attractive, like you know she's not ugly, so
That's just human nature.
yeah, that's just people.
honestly,
So I wasn't even tripping on that. But the thing I was tripping on was I was telling him that we don't have a relationship, and I told him that how I don't mix my business with relationship. When it comes to people that like are part of my podcast and my business, Romeo Rel, whether my manager, Karen Man, my assistant to this day, or whoever, like my guest, this whole industry and stuff like that, I don't mix it. And I'm not saying like I'm like super huge or whatever, but that's just the mindset that I have. And it's really a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? I got people that work for me,
Definitely it is.
clothing team and stuff like that. So it's all like, it's a business. So, and I like to protect my brand, especially I'm not even, you know what, be for real, and my sponsorships, exactly. So I got Loud Log sponsoring me now. I'm a sponsor by the studio in Hollywood. So when it comes to these things, PR stuff is very important. And I'm very learning this too. Like I said, I've only been doing podcasts for like, it's about to be like my second year, but I learned very quickly how I can't say certain things. And that's why I'm not dragging nobody. I'm just trying to be broad and just let you know like what the
Real
deal
subtle,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not here to, you know, like talk down on nobody, whatever it is. But I'll be real. I've been trying to get on a podcast for a long time. A lot of these podcasters don't want to get me on. I've heard a lot of weird ass excuses. I even got one time told me like, what they say, Steve? They said like I wouldn't align with their content that they're making.
Yeah, they're like, we're not focused on.
Yeah, we're not focused on that, something like that. And I even said I even said, is this about money? I said, do you want money? Like cause like you can't beef with the money, bro. Like you feel me? Like that, cause you can have all your opinions and you can say maybe I'm not big enough for your pocket, whatever the case is, right? But it's just even about money, and they really won't do it. Or they'll make some excuses like, oh, like I'm busy right now, like oh I gotta do this with my set, blah 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 blah. And yeah, bro, like we just been trying, bro. But you know what? It just reminds me why I started my podcast in the first place, because you know what? There aren't a lot of genuine podcasts out here. And you feel me? And definitely, I want to say like black. I don't like to use black card, but there's not a lot of black owned podcasts here as well. But we'll just definitely stick to genuine for sure. And I'm like I said, and that's why I commend you on this podcast for sure. And I think you guys definitely will go far on that, definitely for sure, definitely.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, homie, and likewise, dog. Like we love seeing it. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, there's not too many of us out here, so we only doing ourselves a disservice by not collaborating. You know, building the bridge from the IE to LA County. You know what I'm saying? To the city. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we need to see more of that. And you know, like. Cause you know we know there's like a stigma between the LA niggas like get it into you know why you know it's pretty obvious. You see it online and stuff. It's always like you know the stigma between being from the IE. It's like you turned down or the IE booth, and, you know. But you know, what do you think? Do you think that still exists nowadays?
Definitely fucking does.
And what do you think that? Like, where do you think that comes from? Like, why is it? Because you know you out here right now in the inland, and it's all good.
Yeah, it's
like,
all love.
That's what I'm saying.
All love, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we fuck with the IE man for sure. And I want to say, let's just shout out the IE for sure. Okay, so we want to say shout out. Let's just say something against. Shout out Jay Fur. We definitely had him. Shout out their whole camp. Shout out Shot by Wide. Shout out Shot by Late. He be out here for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out Run That Back West. Shout out their whole like I want to say the YTP camp.
Shout out YTV.
Shout out Keys. Shout out Angel Heaven Sent. I want to say damn, bro, like everybody from out there that's been on my podcast. I feel like there's some more that maybe I'm missing, but you know, Yike Mike, of course, you know, K the Bandit. Those are all the cool people for sure. And like I said from the beginning, I've got definitely a lot of love.
Salute.
So I want to say,
excuse me.
like in my eyes, you know what I mean. I hope there's not, you know what I mean, because I see a lot of love. But you know what? Also, my job is, you know, I do interview a lot of people from LA, and I got a lot of people that I know in LA too.
Yeah.
So I know how this politicking thing can get. You get what I'm saying? So, and it's really just, I want to say you see more of that shit and more of like in the rap industry, you know?
Yeah, no, but it like trickles down a little bit, even with the podcast.
And it doesn't look good on it because there's people that listen to these artists and stuff like that, and they see stuff like that, and yeah. So honestly, I would say my advice on that is I would love to see more collaboration with the LA and the IE, and I think like since I've been doing the podcast, which is since 2022, I've been seeing a lot of culturally, like music wise, popping off, of course. You know what I mean? I was really there when, you know, like I said, I always shout out Wes because I made a lot of connections through him, and we could talk about how I got sponsored and stuff. I did an interview with Wes. I interviewed Wes out for his first podcast for sure, along with Angel Heaven Sent and a lot of good other people. So yeah, man. My advice, man, to anyone that's going on with that stuff, man, network, man. It's all love out here, man. It's literally like 30, 40 minutes away from LA. It's a vibe out here for sure. Like I said, I've never been out in here, this area. Like I said, I know.
Yeah, you said you came deep into the inland, like
this is deep, bro. I said, what did I tell you to? And I was like, bro, I feel like we could leave in the country, bro. I said, bro, we out of here. We better not. Because we better not run out of gas and nothing, dog. I'm like, we is on. Like,
you know what? Because Mobile too. It's like Mobile, like the last thing, and then Hemet is really the last. Well, that's even. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But like, it's like us. We're like the back end of the inland.
Yeah. Before you hit nothing.
Like
Yeah, no, for sure. This is deep, definitely. But I want to say like all the rest though. I really want to say more of like I was more like the Rancho Fontana era. For sure, I know more people out there. So, but I definitely.
I didn't know but a couple exits.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I would say more people out there.
Yeah, no, all my family's from like San Bernardino and shit like that.
Bernardino, yeah. So I want to say like Cash Camp, like so Wyatt, Jay Fern, Brian Sung, like I think their whole camp. I did them on my podcast. Not too sure if you've been familiar with them, but
I'm not. Who is that?
I want to say, you know who Jay Fur is?
No.
He's a rapper from San Bernardino. I want to say he got some hard stuff for sure. You can definitely go pop that up on my podcast.
Yeah.
You got a song with
No Cap. Yeah, I got a song with No Cap. He's definitely he's hard for sure. Yeah, shout out Jay Fur. There's other artists out there from San Bernardino, but Jay Fur, I want to say he's one of them. You know, he kind of went viral on World Star a couple years ago, and he got some songs with Phoenix. And he was doing some stuff with, I think, Splurge. He was fucking with a lot of like people in Texas. So yeah, no. Shout out my dog Jay first. So.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my only people. And then Angel Heaven Sent. Shout out my dog Angel Heaven Sent. He's producer. He's R3's producer. I'm really cool with R3's camp stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, you guys can look out for that episode coming out soon.
I was just about to ask you. I heard that episode's supposed to come out.
Sir. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying. I don't know when you guys are planning. When you plan to release this, bro?
Maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah. You said 2 weeks?
Yeah, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say by the time hopefully, I would love to, by the time you guys see this, I have that out. But I want to say, if not, definitely be on the lookout for that, for sure. That's been in the works for a while. Anyone that's, fucking with the Real Meal Rails know that we're really close to that. And, shout out their whole team.
How did you tap in with them?
Well, it was all just, like, I think I did Wes, and I did Shot by Late. That's the video director for S5 and R3. So I'm really cool with him. And then Angel Heaven Sent. That he made the rock and roll beat, you know what I'm saying? Rock and roll with a stick. You get hot, you know what I'm saying? So he made so it was the anthem, bro. So he
that's that Mobile shit.
Yep. So shout out Mobile for that, and then I met him, and then eventually I got to talk to R3, and then he actually records at the studio that I'm sponsored at as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
For sure.
Small world, man.
You recorded that already? The interview?
The R3, no. I'm saying he records at the studio.
No, I'm saying, have you shot the interview yet?
Not yet.
How do you feel like that's gonna go? Cause
I feel like you don't really do a lot of.
Hold on. I'm trying to think of how to say it. Nah, I'm just gonna say it. It seems like he would be like too like pulled up or too like not zoned out, but like too not in the right element to do an hour long like conversation like nonstop. Or
well, you know what?
Or is that just an image?
He just did Community, if I'm not wrong, with AD. I just seen that pop up. I wanna watch it.
Oh, okay.
Cause from his rapping style, you see him, he's real
Well, honestly, personally, like.
So it seems like. Yeah, no, go ahead.
I want to say, like, I'm not best friends with R3 or everything like that, but I can tell you, like, I have talked to R3 before. Steve was literally there. So, like, I've talked to him, and I've talked to his camp.
That's dope.
I want to say, like, I'm not saying, like, I know him off the bat, whatever, but I will say, like, and I know me, for sure. And that's one thing I know. And I've had people for sure you would think that don't say shit and come on my podcast and say a lot of good.
It start going up.
So I would think, I honestly, genuinely think, if R3 came on my podcast, it would be a great podcast.
And that's what I'm saying, because I'm interested, because there's not too many interviews with R3, and him being like, you know, the hottest nigga out the murders right now. Like, I want to see more, so I'm glad. Like,
you guys gonna have to talk
I want to see more.
You know what? I did see some shit. He was in a car or some shit, and he did an interview. I take that back. It was actually a funny interview. He actually is kind of funny. I did watch it.
Yeah, I'm not talking. He's a cool, he's a chill dude. He got some sense of humor. He's funny. He's cool. He's a chill guy, bro, for sure.
That's lit, bro. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I'm definitely excited to see that. That's tight. Shout out to the murder. Shout out to R3, PJ, all of them.
Hell yeah.
That's definitely, I think, how we kind of got to know each other.
And that's what I'm saying. That's how I know. That's how I came about you, bro. You know, PJ. I got tapped in with PJ a couple months ago, along with Desto and a lot of other people. And like I said, I'm tapped in a lot of these people, man. Like I said, you know, shout out Desto Dub, by the way, too. You know what I'm saying? And shout out his publicist. I'm saying, I mean, a lot of people right now, bro. A lot of people being in this Hollywood industry, sponsorship deals. It's a lot of crazy shit, bro, for sure. But awesome, back to the you know, PJ thing. Yeah, for sure. I met PJ and R3 like all them at the kind of the same time. Okay. So yeah, man, for sure. Shout out PJ.
Yeah, that's lit.
Yeah, he posted something of yours, bro, for sure. How'd you meet him?
Through how far back does it go? I think producing. There's a guy named Mullah Pop. Do you know who that is? Mm-hmm. He's a part of like that whole little team, like the YTV, like Little People, but like way back in the day. I started shooting him beats. And then he was like, "Oh, you should make a tape with me and the homie Lil Jeff." And dude, that's like my favorite artist. And I was like, "Oh, dude, yeah, for sure." So like, I made a tape for them, but it just never got released. And then, yeah, we just kind of kept in touch like that. He followed me. I send him shit about my little brother that raps, and he'd be like, "Oh, like you know, that shit's tight."
Yeah.
But Mullah Pop is like mainly the person that like I'm really close to out of all the YTB people. Kind of like whenever I get like new content, like fucking, I'll send him some shit, and he'll give me like notes, like, "Oh, you should do this. Tell your little brother to do this. Oh, you should move this way." Like it's kind of, you know, shout out to Mullah. He's fucking.
Bro, you should definitely get Wes up on here, bro.
Yeah, you think he'll do it?
Hell yeah, I'll get Wes up in here. Yeah, I almost wanted to tell him to pull up on here for sure.
I would have been sick.
I definitely would have told him, but I just like, you know, I was telling my manager here, like I said, I do a lot of podcasts, and I said, you know, I didn't want to we were supposed to bring a couple other people with us, but like I don't know, me personally, like I don't really like it when people bring too many people on my set. You know what I mean? But it was just the first interview, and you know, my people never see me on a podcast, so everyone wants to come support me and, you know, show love. But I was just being courteous because, like, on the other end, I know how it is to host and stuff like that. Yeah. So, but, you know, as I can see, this is a good set. You know, you got a couple people in here. I feel like it's a good vibe. You know,
it definitely is.
Yeah, for sure. And we wasn't too sure and stuff like that.
No, I definitely want to tell him to fucking shut up because you can't hear him.
and definitely, like, I like to tell, you know, everybody, like, don't let it be the first time. You know, part 2, part 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, I would love
throughout the year. You feel me? Every quarter, you feel me?
Down. Whenever you want.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm down, bro. Even if you need me at just like another chair, like I'll just pull up to just come say what's up.
And you know what? That's what we always say too. The first one's more like we getting in.
Yes,
sir. Our people's getting to know you.
Bro,
so now the next ones is we just shooting the shit.
Bro, we gonna A&R after this, bro, for sure. I got you, bro. And I could definitely get Wes up on here, bro.
Yeah, that'd be sick, dude.
I'll definitely get Wes up on here for sure. That's my dog, definitely.
Yeah, because it's like I got the next episode that's coming out is the Drummer Gang guys. We got the free 03 Greedo.
Bro, I saw that. Oh, shout out 03 by the way, man. Oh, 03. We just did Jug season 2 by the way. Shout out Jug. You know who the producer Jug is? Yeah. So we just did an episode with Jug. If you guys don't know, go stream that interview I just did with Jug. That was probably like I want to say like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
And 03 actually Greedo, he was actually showing love on that episode.
That's tight.
So I want to say this year you could probably definitely see 03 on my podcast for sure.
Let's speak that into existence. You know what I'm saying? For sure. That's what happens.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fucking. Yeah, that's
03 will be
sure. You're definitely gonna this year you're gonna see a lot of bigger guests on my podcast for sure. I want to say R3, you're gonna see that one, and you're definitely gonna see.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Oh, Desto too.
You're gonna see Desto Dub
R3.
For sure too.
Yeah.
So I've been working with Desto Dub's publicist. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Kathy. Shout out her. And we got A&R together through Desto, and we've been working on trying to get this date in. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about a matter of time. So like I said, it's coming up real soon. So you guys definitely have to go tap into that.
Yeah. Nah. For sure.
Yes, sir, man. Hard work.
Feel me?
Putting in.
So Did you ever find any like point where you're just like, dude, this is not working, or did you always think like, I just gotta put in the time?
I did. I have a lot. I did. Like I said, I have a lot of discouraging moments, bro. I would say like my 4th episode was one of my most discouraging moments. I would say I think I was really just doing it. I think I got 2 episodes out. I was doing a couple hundred views or whatever, and I was like, dude, like I have to get 1,000 people to subscribe, and I have to have over like so many. I'm like, bro, this is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It just really just hit me. Like I don't know if I'm able to do this that fast, whatever. It was just a lot of moments like that. And you know what happened is I did one with Yak Mike, and I swear to like I put it on everything like. The episode did 1,000 views in like less than 24 hours.
Yeah, that's the main one on your YouTube, right? When you click on it.
Yeah, I want to say it's the most. It's not the most watched, but it's the most highest viewed for sure.
Yeah,
the most highest viewed one definitely. I would say now. What's up there with who else I did? Ariana up there too. Like we have a couple other ones that are up there with 1K. But yeah, it's definitely one of them for sure. So I did definitely. So I had that pivot moment, and then I think a little bit around. When I started my season 2 of the podcast, when I was getting a couple guests in there, I was getting a little frustrated because, man, like a lot of people tell me like, oh, like get these big guests like O3 and get Kaylin and everything like that. But you know, the truth is, a lot of these people, and I'm being for real, know my podcast already, and I'm already closer than, and it's like it's frustrating because you're already in this industry. Like you know what I'm saying? I am cool with Cypress. You feel me? Like you know, my sponsor has also a deal with Big Sad, and it's like my sponsor Marv, bro. He engineers for R3. He engineers for Baby Stone Gorillas. It's like I know like people that already. So it's like when you're coming up and stuff like that, you're like it's like you're right there. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think like, and it's been a good journey. You know what I'm saying? I think everything has its own timing. But I would say along the way, I did get frustrated a couple times, man. Like I said, a little before I got sponsored, I was getting a little frustrated, and I was just starting out my crib, my home set. Just like you, bro, like just doing some shit like this, you know what I mean? Just grinding it out, you feel me?
Yeah.
And, you know, and then, you know, next thing you know, you come along, you know, I did Marv, Mixed by Marv, you know, shout out my boy, Mixed by Marv. And, you know, I did an interview with him, and then he offered to sponsor me, you know what I'm saying? And he saw my work, and he saw how many episodes I've done. I have over 100 videos on my YouTube channel, bro.
Yeah.
I have like 150, 160, you know what I'm saying? Including like, we have like 10, 15 vlogs, and the rest are interviews, solo episodes, all types of stuff. So I would say like, you know, I literally showed him my whole catalog, and like at the time I was barely a year, bro. You know what I mean? So I think he just saw like how consistent and how persistent I was with this podcast, man. And those moments like that, like I said, and I always try to tell people like, I want to tell you, bro, like this journey that you're gonna be on. I don't know how far you plan to take this, bro, and like where you want to go with this, bro. And just even simple things like getting like your channel monetized and shit like that, bro. It's hard, bro. It's a lot of work you got to put in, bro. It's a lot. And then especially with this, bro, like you can only do so much by yourself, man. Because honestly, at the end of the day, I am in entertainment, and I do a lot of my work does rely on guests and people that I got to come on my podcast.
Right.
But you know, the Real Me Real is always, you know, there's always content. You know what I mean? Myself. But that stuff is patience, you know what I mean? I've been trying to get that stuff done for a couple months now, you know what I mean? Just because I got a lot of stuff going on, I'm good, and I'm in Hollywood now, and I got a studio. That doesn't mean Desto Dub is always going through the best thing of his. You know, I was just talking to this about my sponsor the other day. This industry, bro, you're going to see a lot of things aren't what you've seen, bro. You know, a lot of people don't see that stuff. A lot of people see the rappers, they see them having a good time, blah, blah, blah. But unless you're like behind the work, like maybe even a producer, like you said, trying to get a placement, a film director trying to get a music video with an artist, or trying to get anything to get you rock your clothing, bro, you will notice that this industry is not what it seems, bro. They got a lot of stuff, personal stuff going on, just like the rest of us, and it's a patience thing, man.
How many people would you say have like flaked like on you while you're?
I wouldn't say flake.
Or not flake, but I guess like you're
like I mean,
on the way to the studio and they're like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it.
Oh, like that? Cancel?
Yeah. Flake.
One check. Okay. That's in the camera down. I know how that sound.
I
know that sound. Steve, do you know that sound? We know that. We know that. You get that.
Niggas already know.
I know that sound for sure.
You know how many times niggas have been. When I was first doing it, I didn't have like the homies like to help me. Like I was just on my own.
I was at my crib, bro. I was.
You gotta read.
Just trying to line some shit up with my computer.
Don't forget, because you were in the middle of a conversation, and it's like you look up an hour later, like, oh, the camera's been on
and then
for 30 minutes.
I've had one where like the memory card's full or something like that. You gotta check that. Make sure that shit don't make no noise. That shit will just keep you'll just keep recording it with the notes on there, and you won't even know. So I've had a lot of stuff like that. Check that SD card, buddy.
Yep, every time.
Yeah, no,
you
for
just
sure.
Gotta prep is important. Definitely. Sound check, like you
sound check.
Feel me?
Make sure, that's what I said, bro. Make sure this XLR is recorded, bro. Because damn near if you miss missed this audio, bro. That's
Yo, and it's like 45-minute gap.
It happens, bro. And it happens, bro, for sure. And I don't know how you. That's a lot of editing.
Well, when we had the Drummer Gang guys on, like fucking, we were smoking, we were drinking too.
Yeah.
And then so like by the end of it, I was like fucking like, man, I'm out of here. Man.
That was a good interview.
That was a good interview.
I got
Shout out to the Drummer Gang millionaires, man. They fucking they were just
cool peoples.
Cool as fuck.
They
right
showed
when they
mad
came
love.
in, they were just talking shit. They didn't give a fuck. And I was like, oh, they were perfect. And I was like, yeah, we knew the same people. It was just it was a good vibe. But
I was gonna tell you like,
yeah. Go ahead.
You asked me like about the people flaking and stuff.
Yes.
I haven't had too many people flake on me like the day of. I definitely had a lot of people like lag on me trying to get in the studio, like trying to get that interview in, and then definitely a lot of reschedules for sure, man. A lot of reschedules for sure. Not too many. I mean, I can kind of see it coming as time gone along, dealing with a lot of guests. You know what I mean? You kind of see it coming. You know, you start working little strategies to make sure you're not wasting your time. You know what I mean? Like we try to work on, because a lot of people tell us they're like, oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna pay you on this day. Blah 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 blah. Then you know what I mean? But with my podcast, especially another advice with you, bro, always move, man. Always do your episodes, no matter what, even if it's just YouTube, bro. Because that consistency, you know what I'm saying? I upload every week. You know what I mean? And I don't care what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We're always moving. Yeah, we're trying to get Arthur. We're trying to get Desto. Yeah, we got other people trying to get on podcast. But one thing about it is I'm recording. We're doing content. And that's definitely one thing that's important, too.
How long have you been going week by week, like weekly uploads?
Since I started.
Since you started? Oh, really? Every week?
Because this is what happened, brother. What happened was I wanted to do a podcast, right? I think like November. I was like, all right, I'm going to do a podcast. I started telling people I'm going to do a podcast. And then I think I came out with the Real Meal Rare, the logo, made that. And I started telling people, all right, guys, get ready. It's going to be a podcast. It's going to be lit. It's good side. And then January hit. And I think what I did was then that's when the whole thing with my friend happened. Got all my equipment and stuff like that. And then I think I recorded like 4 episodes, like 4 or 5 episodes, just in month January. And I didn't like release them or nothing. I just had them there. Did my thing, whatever. And I literally started, bro. I started my podcast with literally no like computer, bro. Like I only had the camera and I had the mics and stuff like that, but I didn't have a laptop because my MacBook broke, something like that. So I would just plug them into the wall if I could hear myself, and I would just use the raw footage from the camera. And then I think I had like one of my other little friends, like he had a little MacBook or something like that. Throw it on iMovie or something like that. Try to get it up on YouTube. That's what I really had to start out with until I had to, hustle up, get myself a pro, and then get myself some software, whole 9 yards, stuff like that. But I really started just from that because I just knew like I want to do this now.
Drink, my boy.
Yeah, you guys got any water, bro, by any chance?
Yeah.
If I can get a water, bro.
Can you grab a cup of waters, please?
Thank you, bro.
I got you.
Yeah, so I would say just like I did that.
I don't know which one you want.
That's all good. Let me see what this do. Pantry. Yeah, no, that consistency is like, I'm trying some different this year, starting off the new year, like that clip you was talking about. So I do like the outside of like the podcast where we sit down for a couple hours and shit like that, weekly. I've been doing the morning show.
Nice.
So every day,
like
Monday through Friday, even if it's just me, it'll be me for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just shooting the shit, talking about current events by myself, and you know what I'm saying? Just to keep the uploads, keep the shit going. You know what I'm saying? By the end of the year, you feel me? Like with all those added, you know what I'm saying? Just the consistency. I feel like sometimes we don't see the fruits of our labor.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, when it feels like, damn, nigga, like you said, like I did 4 podcasts. I'm already got 4 or 5 in the cut. Like,
so I started off the bat going to that. Like, yeah. So I had those podcasts stacked up, and I just released them. And I just want to see. Thank you for that. I just want to see how those go. And they was going crazy off the bat. Like there was some cool episodes. People was messing with them. It was my brother, and then I did this girl like a parking with a girl named Scarlett. I did her, and she was pretty well known. So that shit went viral. And like,
well known for what? What she do?
She just does like Scarlett. I want to say she just took a part promoter, model, like influencer, OnlyFans type of girl.
Oh, okay.
So I did her, but like she's like one of my friends. Like you know what I'm saying? We kind of like grew up together, whatever. On that party scene. So I knew these people, and like I said, it was going off bad. I did one take, like one of the one take boys. So I did one of them, and I did AMBJ pretty like right off the bat. I did AMBJ, and then like I was just doing like off the bat, like boom, 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 boom.
So yeah, you had fucking good gas right off the bat.
Yeah, so then I just always kept it. I think I remember I went one time. I think I waited like 2 weeks to upload, and I felt that drop, man. I felt it. I was like, bro, like it felt so weird. Like I just felt like my emotion was just different, bro. Like I'll never forget that. And I was like, bro, I made a promise myself to say like, I'm never ever gonna do that again. Never gonna do that again.
What was your favorite episode of 2023? You would say, or favorite episode, favorite guest, or of all time? You could do all time.
I would say just one or like just some that I did. I did so many, bro, but like I don't tell you like.
Okay, yeah, you could do a couple.
Well, I mean, I don't know, like just one that's hard, but I did a lot last year.
You don't have one where you're like, dude, that was it, or like that was a good conversation.
Like I said, like I'll tell you one like good one like recently that comes to my mind is Jug season. I just did a really good interview with Jug, like you know what I mean. But I would say like, I also did another really good interview with Jay Fur, and I also did another good interview with H. Kajashi.
Okay.
And you know the West, and like that was a really good one too. Like you know, there's a lot of like really good ones, but I want to say like highlight right now like Jug is a pretty good one I'm proud of right now. I feel like that was a really good one that that did really great, and I think like yeah for sure that's one of my favorite. That I did with Cypress Moreno too as well. That was a really good one. Yeah man, so I think those are like my top few ones just to say that. And then I did really good ones with my friends, of course. Like I think, like I want to say Sierra. Like I think that was a really good one last year. It was like one of my female friends, and she talked about some really good stuff, and it did like really good hours. You know what I mean? Really, really good hours. So those are some of my favorite ones. I'm trying to think what else, but yeah. So off the bat, I'm trying to think. Yeah.
Do you ever like hang out with like the homies and shit, and then or like you said like with your friends, you have like a podcast, like you do like an episode?
Yeah. So
you ever like, oh man, like you guys should like I could put these guys on, and maybe I can get their own little platform and start your own little thing where you have other people under you. Like, is that eventually like the plan to get your own almost network? I guess you could say. Or yeah, not really. You're just.
I want to say like
yourself.
I mean like. My people, like my team, like they're taking in regards to like people that like are part of my team, like.
Well, yeah, like the homies and shit that like you go and you're like, let me just fill in I gotta get a filler episode or whatever the fuck, and so you interview one of the, I don't know if you have one of those where you just have like a food come over, an episode for the week, and then you're like, damn, that food is actually pretty good at talking. Maybe you should start podcasting because that's how he got me in here. Is I was a friend of a friend that came over. And he was like, we were just talking. And he was like, next week, just pull up, dude. We'll just do an episode. And then, boom, like he gave me.
Yeah. The nigga was like, bro, I've always kind of wanted to do it. I'm like, well, nigga, I got it right here, brother. You feel me? Let's get in motion.
I would say like one of my friends, Booch, like he was one of my friends like last year. You know what I'm saying? We was pretty tight, and like I brought him in as a co-host, and his type of thing. Like he's pretty funny and stuff like that. But I don't think like he had anything like. Goals of like maybe starting his own, but I definitely like brought him on to the pod, like try to just bring him on because he's a character, you know what I mean? Like he's a funny guy. So I mean, and my boy Steve, like he's cool too, but like I don't think like he has any interest of like trying to like start his own like thing. Like I mean, like, he'll come in for a conversation, like you know right now, like I mean he's cool, but I don't know if he would go to the length of like starting the real me with Steve.
So you don't have like a set cast outside of your interviews and your solos. You don't have like a set cast like where you. Every week, or is it just like more interview type?
You give it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I mean, for the most part, it's usually solo podcasts, or people like I bring my friends on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's not like a set cast where it's every. You ever thought about doing something like that? You just kind of like you feel like the way you in motion, niggas is
like this is cool. Like I mean, like you and one person, like that's cool. You know what I'm saying? The co-host like that. But I would probably, maybe I don't know. I don't know if I would do an interview with two people. I mean, and one guest. I mean, it's kind of like it's cool. I don't know if it's personally like my best thing to do. Like I said, like even you said from the beginning, like that. You know how my angle is. I'm known for being a host, like a person that you come talk to. You know what I mean? The real me or real. Like you're here to talk to me and have a genuine conversation. Like that's what I'm known for. Not for like all these like like we have certain segments and stuff that are cool. Like I said, I bring my friends on. Like you said, something like this in nature. Yeah. But nothing too crazy. Like Yeah.
Yeah. You do you feel like you like being in control? You seem like a nigga that's like. Organized, but like you have your way about going about things, like your vision. You know what I'm saying? Like
most definitely. I mean,
do you feel like other people sometimes like outside of your manager, outside of your boy, you like, you know, once you like start teaming up with too many people, it kind of fuck up the motion and what you want to do, like, or you know, do you just prefer to like, you know what I'm saying, like, kind of just rock with real, like, you know what I'm saying, this me, and like I'm just. Is it, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, like, I'm very just, I always tell my manager right here, like, I'm very just strong in my vision and what I believe in.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, everything, I've got exactly where I said to 1,000 subscribers to being out through the Inland Empire.
Yeah.
And through getting sponsorships. Big guests and stuff like that, all the way from believing what I knew what my podcast is set to be.
Yeah.
So... And just as answering that question to you, I mean, like, I don't know, like, I'm just very, you know, I'm always open to things, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I am network with other people like Wes. Like, he's very, like, a good friend of mine, you know what I mean, through this industry. Like, I would say, like, we have a pretty good relationship, and he's helped me out. Like, he's, like, been, like, kind of like a big bro to me and mentoring me and, like, helping me navigate through things and stuff like that. So, I'm not naive to the point where, like, I just, like, no, it's, like, only me and stuff like that. So... I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, but to the point. I mean, yeah, like I just have a vision, bro. I just like I know what I want and stuff like that, and I know what I want to be known for.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I feel that 100%. Nigga. Like you know, sometimes like once you got a vision, you know what? I had a problem with feeling like other people had to feel my vision. Like and feel it, like when I have a vision, like and some people not like really with it or don't have the same passion as you and other, you know, the same motivation.
No, I want to say also too. By the way, is like I don't know, like because you just said you started this 2 months ago or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 months ago, and yeah, it's always been like a thing that I've always wanted to do, but I've always kind of just been like kind of self-conscious, I guess, to do it, and then I just met him and I did it. But no, this is definitely something I do construction.
You said
too.
because you said podcasting is your dream. Right?
Yeah, it's my dream. Like that's why I said I was like we had an earlier schedule and that we had originally planned. And I was like I was like kind of cut it to my time with my lady and shit, and I was like, but fuck it, like I'll just bring my chick.
Oh yeah, when you have a podcast day, like if you have, I would suggest that if you have any interview schedules that day, I would not try to like squeeze two things in one. It's not smart. Like either way, because we could be at 5, 6, whatever, you know what I mean? But it can still run late, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I would never try to like. I've done two podcasts in one day. I'll tell you, I've done that. But I've never like tried to like.
How was that? How was the conversation on the second one? Where
second one, okay. So what I did was I did this girl. She was the other YouTuber, right? And she has like she went pretty viral for some stupid video. Like she was like.
Don't say that, dude.
No, like it's a dumb video, but like she went viral for it. Like she went viral for it. Like that ass like. She was sneaking out. Like, it was her, like, just, oh, my God. Like, her mom was calling her. Like, and it was just so dumb. But, like, it was, like, at the time and area, it was dumb shit went viral like that. So, she went pretty viral with that. She has, like, 1,000 subs, all that, whatever. She was cool. I talked to her for, like, almost 2 hours, bro.
Oh, she can hold the conversation?
Oh, hell yeah, bro. She was talking about, like, different types of waters and shit and owning a fucking... I'm talking about Jahira, bro. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Shout out Jahira.
Yeah, shout out Jahira. So
come out to the Finger Popping Podcast.
Man, yeah, she's actually from out here, bro.
Oh, is she really?
No, she's from I don't want to be like federal, but
federal.
Yeah, because I don't want to say like I hate just telling people where people are from, whatever. But like I don't want to say. But she's from out, like Chino Hills area.
Oh, where love?
Yeah, like so probably like I know what you're talking.
Closer than me, nigga. So
I know what you're.
Like she's out here. She's out here towards this way. So I want to say shout out to her. Yeah, so I did her one time, and then Angel Heaven Sent pulled up. Like he was like parked outside, like right when like I was still interviewing her. And I was like, damn, bro. I didn't think the interview was going to go that long, dog. And I was like, damn. And then, like, I think, like, I had to let my camera charge, bro. I was like, bro, just go ahead and take a seat, man. I was like, go ahead and just grab it. You thirsty, dog? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Was she still talking to you while you were
No. I'm talking about when I had Angel in. Because eventually I wrapped it up with her, you know what I mean? I had to kick him. And then I had Angel. Then he came in, and then he was with his girl and stuff like that. And I just told him to chill for a little bit, you know what I mean? Grab himself a drink, whatever. And then I let my camera charge, and I think that was 2 podcasts in one day. And man, I was pretty exhausted, but I was very and I was very passionate about Angel Heaven Sent, and I was very, you know what I mean. Me and him also have a good relationship too, so I didn't fake nothing, and I was very excited to have him on, and I had a lot of good questions. He's a very underlooked producer, and he's doing a lot of great things. And this was a long time ago, and since we've done that, he's done, he got deals with record labels now. He's working with record labels. He's doing millions of views with R3 and all types of crazy stuff. I probably can't even name, but I would say, yeah. So it was exhausting, but I still pushed through it. You feel me? Because it was good. Like I was very passionate. It's like if you had 2 good guests that come in. You know what I mean? Like you're tired, but like, dude, like he's here.
Yeah.
Let's do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta grind
it. And yeah, that hunger too. Like like bro, like. when I was starting out this podcast, man, I wanted to record. I know how you feel, bro. Like, I want to record. Let's do it. Let's do it. And I hope you do have that hunger, bro, for real. And that's really gonna get you far. Like I said, consistency. What he said, like not only making good content and like being persistent, but you definitely want to have that, like, bro, let's do this, no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? Building different audiences and stuff, like exactly what we're saying in networking and stuff like that. You can apply that same thing to your guest selection and how you run your podcast, bro.
And you definitely like, prepping for interviews. He definitely
and I would say shout out to you on that for sure. Stuff like that. Yeah,
going back and forth, like you kind of sparked that. I mean, because I feel like I feel like I be getting in my bag. I don't even need the notebook no more. And I have over the last couple months since the new year, I've been going back and just going more into depth, like, cause you'll hit me up, I got this, and I remember when I was like that at first, and you kind of sparked that, cause it's like, we crossing every T and dotting every I, you feel me, and like that, because I've done podcasts, so many people in the city and the inland come through, and some people wishy-washy, some people not really with it, you know what I'm saying, but this far, like, nigga, I tell this thing, I'm like, you about to be at 10 episodes, then you're gonna be at 50, and then you're gonna be at 1,000, and then the subscribers, you're gonna be making monetized, so like,
bro.
You feel me,
you gotta like, bro,
I appreciate that too, thank you.
Yeah, real nigga, come on now,
appreciate that.
We running shit up.
Yeah, run the clock.
Likewise, likewise, nigga. What is we fucking talking about, nigga?
Hey, not bad. Shout out to the quiet homie over here. He hasn't said fucking nothing,
shout out to
he's right here. Shout out to my boy right here. You know what I'm saying?
He's more of a listener, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He behind the scenes, you feel me, getting the business done.
He's making sure, you know what I'm saying?
Securing the bag.
Yeah,
you feel me?
He's always handling business. Shout out my manager for sure. Never says too much, you feel me?
All right, so I always try to kind of stir like I want to be different. I don't want to just be like interviewing shit. No offense to like the interviewer things, because I know you do a lot.
No, go ahead, man.
But we just try to try to have fun over here.
Let's have fun.
You know what I mean? What kind of drugs do you do? You know what I mean? Like, let's get down to the. Let's get down to.
So you're you're really asking me this question?
Yeah, I'm really like serious. Like, I'll tell you right now.
I don't do
drugs.
Mine
is cocaine, LSD, and mushrooms.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're being for. Okay, so this is. Guys,
I'm being for real.
This is the real.
We're gonna go down this table.
Popping. This is the real finger popping.
Yeah, the finger popping podcast, supporting the Inland Empire, because we're all fucking ghetto ass.
You know what?
Intoxicated ass motherfuckers over here.
Look, so I want to say I don't do drugs, bro, for real. Like, I'm my mom, and like I really just smoke weed, and I get drunk with shorties and shit like that sometimes. You feel me? Time to time, you know what I'm saying? And I have fun with my friends. Like I'm more of like when we out having fun. Like I'm
socialized.
I'm a socialized drinker. You know what I mean? I really didn't get into it till we started hanging out with these Puerto Rican shorties and shit, and they really started. That Puerto Rican,
I think before me, bro, you really didn't.
I did not drink at all, bro. I hated drinking, bro. They really got me into it, and then. Now I just be doing that shit for fun, like when we're out just having fun. So I mean, I don't do drugs, bro. I mean, like I have people that try to convince me to do that shit all the time.
So you never drop acid ever?
No, bro. See, that's like that leans towards like, no, yeah, that like that. Yeah, now that's more like psychedelics and all that shit. I don't like psychedelics.
But
I don't like them. I just never done it. I guess.
You gotta try. One day you'll try some mushroom. If you never do acid, you'll probably one day you go try some mushroom.
Hey, that's crazy. That's crazy because my wife, she was like, I was like, what should I bring to the podcast? I want to do something different. She was
you guys got shrooms right now?
Not right now, but I grow them. Oh.
So you guys be about
that? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I grow them.
Well, okay, so I mean, like, all right, so like, you know who was? I was just talking to Jake, bro, and that nigga, he was just trying to. They're telling me that I should go do it, and I should try and stuff like that. It, right? Yeah, he be doing. Him and DJ be doing it. So my clothing.
I can probably get mushrooms in about like 20 minutes right now.
I see. If you haven't done it, I would have just do it. You with the IE, you gotta get back to the city.
Nah. Tripping, bro.
Don't do it right now.
I got my manager drive. Yeah, I'd have him drive. He would not let me drive. Bro.
See, okay, we gotta do a mushroom episode then.
For sure.
We gotta do a mushroom.
I don't know, but I've never had no like interest.
Maybe he should be outside the first one.
I don't know.
Nah, man, fuck all that. Come on, man.
You take them and forget about them. That's what you need to do. You need to take them.
Yep.
And then forget you took them.
Yeah.
Their experience. And then
just vibe. Don't go.
Yeah.
Like, so what would you guys say? Like, what's the best thing to do while you off that shit? Like, to just chill like this?
Anything.
You literally sit there. You want to like when you catch a vibe, like you want to talk.
Yeah.
What did you just say right now?
Well, he said, "What's the best thing to do on him?" The best thing to do is sex.
Oh, damn! What the fuck?
Well, she said it, and then
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Oh,
That's
now
true.
we
She said that. She
Yeah.
said that. I don't know. I don't know. I just.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, yeah, no, yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's true. But you can have some good conversations and
Well,
shit.
my boy was saying it like so. Like I said, my clothing team. So I have some people that work for me like that. That prim to the real me club. By the way, say get yourself some merch. I don't where's the camera.
Yeah, hey, merch drop.
Get yourself some merch, big dog. You know what I'm saying? We got affordable rates. We got pullovers, zip ups, fucking shirts, everything like that. Women's apparel, and literally nothing over $40 and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to get you hooked up next time I come up in here and
sure,
stuff
for
like
sure.
that. But yeah. So back to what I was saying though, they're like kind of into that shit, and they were telling me that they got kind of like emotional, and like I don't know, like they started.
Yeah, it's like a definitely like
Yeah.
it's a feel good, emotional, like like it's a spiritual thing, but like music is more fire, music videos more fire. Being outside is better, just the colors are better, shit's more funny. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's how I am when I'm like high though.
It's different.
It's different. It's way. It's
Like, my
definitely
food
more
be
intense.
better.
And
It's
acid is
definitely be
and
him.
acid is even better.
See, acid, that's like I don't know, that's like some.
Oh man.
Okay, so my question is like, why do you do that so many drugs? Like, why do you?
Why do I? Oh, man.
What's going on there?
Yeah,
What's
let's
going on
start
there?
this.
You asked this
Wanna do
question,
this?
so like I mean like,
Start it. Press the button, dog. Let's
So-
do it.
So when did the trauma
why,
begin?
yeah, what happened? Here?
I think it's more if we're. I think it's more like a comfort thing. As fucked up as that sounds. I remember like growing up.
Do you have anxiety? You give me a feeling like you have anxiety.
No anxiety. I'm chilling. I'm literally like this like all day.
So why you do all those drugs, nigga? I be chilling. I just do a bunch
Oh, hold
of
on.
cocaine. Hey, you're a real chill guy, bro.
No, I'm really
Real chill guy.
I'm literally trying to tell you.
Real chill guy.
I don't think my mom's listening at this point.
What's
so I
phrase
can
she's
say-
not, dude?
Oh, she knows what's up, kind of.
out
So
you,
know,
Mom.
like so early on, yeah, I guess I was doing drugs like early on, and so I guess kind of doing it kind of reminds me of like back in the day, just being like younger and like fucking around. So like someone's like, "Hey, you want to do a bump?" I'm like, "Oh shit, this reminds me of being like in high school, like back in the stalls and the homies."
Oh, what high
like,
school did you go to, bro?
fuck, I went to Canyon Springs, Rancho Verde.
Come on, need to get
I
your
went
ass out of
to
there.
Hemet High. I went to Heritage. I went to Alessandro High.
Whoa, dude! Like that's all the high schools you went to?
High schools, yeah, high schools.
Jesus, girl, you got kicked out of every high school?
Not kicked out, but I had to leave.
Did you move around a lot or something?
I moved too.
Jeez, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, real murder val, motherfucker.
Just some butter baby shit, you know. It's just a
These
butter
all high
baby
schools were in
shit.
Marina Valley.
Marina Valley, Paris, and Hemet.
Y'all need to do better with the education system.
The education sucks because either way, the job that I got, I make more than my teachers for sure. Yeah, but I bust my ass.
Boy.
That's the thing. But that's why I'm trying to do this. I don't want to be breaking my. I've been in like almost 10 years, and I'm like, now I'm like, fuck, like, I can't do this another 20 years.
Hell yeah, man. You know, I always
that shit's
preach. I
crazy,
always tell people like, always have your own. You know, I always talk about passion is one thing, but honestly, I always preach having your own business for sure.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be podcasting or a label, or you do nails, eyelashes, hair, something that ownership is very important.
Suck dick. Put that shit out. Yup. There you go, baby. Flex that shit. Get your money, man. You know what I mean?
You fucking stupid.
Yeah, so
My bad.
I'm not gonna lie, I was very thrown off by that.
Yeah, that was wild.
Nah,
man.
you gotta get your money.
Yeah, no, I
You
get
gotta get your money.
it.
The girls, you do eyelashes, you do this. You gotta get...
You suck dick.
Where did you go from? I was talking about like cosmetics. Like, where did you get? From?
Oh, I thought you were just going off. I thought you were like,
I wasn't talking about like, you know, I mean, no hate to none of that. You feel me? But I just don't know where you went from that to that. I don't know. That was a big leap.
Just 0 to 100.
That's a big leap.
that's how we do it on the, that's how we do it on the Finger Popping podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit.
Always excluded.
But
Nah,
yeah,
that's right.
I
I'm
mean,
fucking with the merch too.
Thank you, brother, for
That's
sure.
what's up.
I'm gonna get y'all right for sure next time I come up.
Yeah, likewise. No, vice versa too.
You
Next
guys got
time,
merch. What's up?
you feel me?
Oh man, you
I
got
got you.
Not yet. I haven't really thought of like. I don't think it's my time yet. Like, when did you start like thinking about merch and shit?
probably like a couple months in, so probably like 3 months in, 3-4 months in. I got connected with Yike Mike, and then he was doing it, and then he introduced me to my clothing team, and then from there it took me a long time to get it all together though, cause we got a lot of merch. You know, we got like 10 different colors and like 6 different apparels and 4 or 5 different sizes. Like that shit, that's just a lot.
That's
So
a lot of work.
you got to go through different manufacturers, different pricing, different, like we got some that are embroidery, you know what I mean? We got some that are, DTG, like the pressed on print. We got all types of stuff. So, I mean, just getting that whole thing together, it takes time. Honestly, it just depends how you want to sell it. Like, so me, I sell it to make money, bro. Some sales. It's like, it's literally to what's going to sell. It's not to, hell, I can make the coolest design. And, like, I'm not really into art like that. I'm not too good. Like, I love design. You feel me? Like, it's good merch. But I do it because it's for the podcast. It's to share the word. It's for people to support and to make money. You know what I'm saying? So, I look at it like that. So, some people, like, when they want to start their own clothing brand, they want to start this whole new like Louis V like wave, you know what I mean, or whatever. Like, see, like I don't know. So it really depends like how you start it. So if you want to get into this by just networking and simply just getting your finger popping podcast or whatever it is on the clothing, then like I said, you can go through it like that real quick. Boom. Find what you like, bro. Go down to Fashion District, do whatever you gotta do. Go to different manufacturers, find yourself a printing guy, print some hoodies and stuff like that. Start yourself an Instagram. Have some people up here, so take some pictures in it. Boom, bam, bam. Sell the merch. So I mean, or you could take a bunch of time and try to like get stuff designed out, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. But another thing is like you gotta think from a business standpoint too as well. Like the more you want to do that stuff, the more money you gotta spend to make the clothing.
Yeah.
So like I keep my shit. Yeah, I keep my shit simple but fire. You know what I mean? But affordable. You know what I mean? I can make a really expensive hoodie, but I rather just do something that's still nice, but everyone can fuck with. Nothing too extra.
Yeah.
As for the time being.
Yeah. Simplicity sometimes is the most beautiful thing in the motherfucking world, nigga. Cause that right there, what you got on right now, like, you feel me? I could rock that. You know what I'm saying? So for people watching, like, if they want to cop something right now because they fucking with this interview, how could they do that?
If you were fucking with this interview right now, if you want a hoodie, like I said, you can go follow the Instagram at The Real Me Clothing, and you can literally go ahead and DM me, or you can just DM me personally. I don't know, like, how you be setting up your stuff or what pop-ups or what.
Yeah, we'll pop some shit up right here.
You guys can pop my Instagram up. You guys pop my Instagram up personally, you know what I'm saying, at Jarrell. And all my ads are in my bio. It's not that hard, you know what I mean? You can pull it to my YouTube channel, The Real Me Rail Court. That's probably going to be in the description. So all that, you can literally go to my channel and it's in the description. It's not that hard, so you can find me on anything. So just give me a DM on whatever you find me on, and I'll direct you to the right page, and I got you. We do shipping as well. I just shipped some stuff out to Northern Cal today, actually. And then we'll drive out to you too. Like, I had somebody actually come out here. One of my first sales was actually for some dude from the Moreno Valley. Like, it was some guy. Do you remember the guy in the purple sweatshirt, bro? I took a picture of on my Instagram.
Oh yeah, that was
long time ago, bro. Yeah, one of the first ones, but literally one of the first ones, and he was from Moreno Valley. I remember I didn't want to drive out here, bro, so I just shipped it to him. I was like, you know what, dog? Like I said, I was like, I got you, man. Like, I'll take it to you, whatever. You know what I mean? But then I hit that map button, and I was like, yeah, this is drive. And I was like, I don't know if I really want to go out there. And I think I shipped it out to him.
Yeah, I'm going to just have to ship this, my boy.
For sure, bro. Like, I don't know. It was just a drive. I'm like, I don't know if I really want to. I thought it was going to be like a Rancho drive. Rancho's not that far. Like, it's like a cool little. You can make that drive in 25, 30 minutes if you really go at the right time.
Okay, that's.
Fontana, like that's Rancho
Fontana is not all about timing.
But Moreno Valley, like, bro, like
timing is
over here, bro. Like, that's over here.
You might as well wait till like after 8.
And that's why we came. That's why we came at the time we did, bro. Like, it's gonna be later, but bro, like, it's gonna be.
That's why I was like, I can't even be like, I was like,
yeah, it's closer to the time we gonna be on time, bro, than us coming out, like, trying to come here like during traffic hour on a Saturday, bro. Like, that's insane, bro. Like, you feel me, like.
That's like dreadful.
For sure. It's just like this is the circumstance of like this interview. You feel me, like, bro, like I just happen to live in LA, bro. Anyone know kind of like.
And that's a part of the grind too, because and like we said, like bridging the gap between the inland and the city in LA, right? And so like that shit like that, we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because for anybody, because we do the same thing. All the peer spaces is in LA. All the other broadcaster studios and the music studios is in LA.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? So like, there is some shit out here, but when you out, you going to LA. You know what I'm saying? That's where
LA
it's
is
at.
definitely known for a lot of stuff.
All the fabrics and the fashion district where I get all the fabrics from LA. You know what I'm saying? So I understand like you feel me? Even though it's a lot more IE to LA rather than LA to IE, but it seems like it's going.
Not for sure. I'm glad to be a part of that.
A little bit more.
And being in this podcasting and being myself and stuff like that. And like, not only I ran into a lot of weird situations because I'm like, I don't know, like, yeah, I'm from LA, and so like, I don't like. Not only do I do that, like, I just don't politic and nothing like that, bro. So it's just like, I'm a podcast host just like you, bro. You know what I mean? I do interview people, like we already said, like a lot of people from LA that don't like some people from the Inland Empire. I already, like I said, I know this whole deal. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like me, like, and just coming up in like this industry and stuff like that, I'm glad that I can still make these connections and stuff like that. And I want to continue to keep doing it, like as I come up as a podcaster and what I'm doing and stuff like that. And I want to keep doing stuff like this. This whole year I got a lot of big stuff planned, and I don't plan on getting any bigger and it's not trying to fuck with the Inland Empire. And if anything, I'm gonna try to fuck with y'all more. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I appreciate that.
Absolutely, bro.
I can't wait. Definitely.
For sure.
Where can everybody reach you on any of your social network things? Anything that you want to plug?
Of course, just at the Real Meal Real everything. Make sure you guys subscribe. I mean, that's just like my YouTube channel, but I think that's it across everything. I got, of course, social media on the Instagram. You guys can go give me a follow on there. You guys can go follow me at Jarrell. It's like J2A's HREL. Of course, we're on TikTok. We're really on everything. I'm on Spotify. You can listen to me on Apple Podcasts.
Absolutely.
Everything. So I would say the Real Meal Real across everything, and of course Jarrell. And that's pretty much it. If not, all those links are in the description of my videos. All of those. So,
and before we get up out of here, we like to ask every guest, you throughout your journey thus far in your career, we got other artists, content creators, business owners, entrepreneurs watching these episodes. You feel me?
Yeah.
So when they tune into the Finger Popping Podcast or anything on the No Pressure Records Network, you feel me? You could get some type of game. What is some advice you could give to somebody who's ready to start their podcast and don't quite know how, or they on their first couple episodes? What's some advice that you could give to the to the up and comers? You feel me?
I'll say like two things. So I would go with, to the point where like if you're having trouble like just starting in general, like I said. So me, I was very like hungry for this and just very serious. So I didn't let certain things get in my way, like not having a computer or not having expensive software or not being able to get like super big guests like that I got down the lane like Baby Stone. Like I got them like when they're popular. Like it's 2022. But, our Joshy or like cool people like from R3's camp. So like I wouldn't say like don't let stuff like that stop you. But I would say, like, the best thing you could do with that is just do research. You know what I mean? I really, like I said, you're always going to have room for growth and, like, to learn things and stuff like that. Like, even to this day, like, I do podcasts with all types of cool people, like, in this industry. And every now and then they teach me cool stuff on how to do my podcast and how to run my stuff. So I would say, like, it's never going to stop. But, the best thing you can do to prepare yourself is just, teach yourself as much as you can. Go on YouTube, you know what I mean? Learn how to edit, you know what I'm saying? Look up at good softwares and stuff like that and good equipment. And, just really just educate yourself as much as you can and stuff. And I mean, like, the time being, I would say go on your own time and, don't take too long, you know what I mean? But like I said, another thing I was going to tell you guys is, like, if you really want this, like, another thing that I always tell people is, like, do it now. Because a lot of people think that there's going to be, like, a perfect time to start things and stuff like that, or when I get this much money, or when I move here, or when I get this studio or whatever. And man, like I said, like I tried to like talk about this the whole time in the episode. Like I started from my crib just like this, interviewing people in my living room, you know what I mean? And a year later, now I'm in Hollywood, bro. I barely even record in my house anymore, you know what I mean? I'm at studios and stuff like that. And but I didn't know that starting my podcast. You know what I mean? Like when I had 30, 40 subs or whatever the hell I had, you know what I mean? I didn't know I was going to have 1,000 in a year, like, you know?
That's where I'm at right now, like 40 subs.
Yeah, 40 subs. Yeah, so like I said, bro, like you just got to keep going, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like you might not, like I said, like let your mind go to where you want to go, you know what I mean? But keep up that work, you know what I'm saying? And all that shit will happen. And like I said, the thing with 1,000 subs is I want to give you guys a little advice on that is like, the reason I got that is because I like micro portioned it. So I didn't think of it like 1,000 is a really big number, right? But if you try to go out and try to get 5-10 subscribers 4 days out the week, bro, add that up in a month. See how fast you get 1,000 subscribers, bro. You really got stuff like that. So that's really what I did, you know what I mean? I really just small goals and stuff like that, just persistency and just really trying to get that done. So, I mean, like I said, even with the episodes, bro, I don't really focus on views either. Don't do that either. I will focus on, of course, it's all about hours, right? You know, if you want to get your channel monetized, I think I have like over 3,000 hours, like almost 4K. So I'm about to be monetized too. Cause I just hit 1,000 like I think in December or something like that. So I'm about to have the hours to be monetized. But you know what I did to get those hours is I kept up with my episodes, bro. Those hours add up. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to like I always tell people, it's better have 3 videos that do a couple hundred views than one video that just does 1,000. You know what I mean? You want to make more connections, more relationships like that. It's all about perception, bro. You know what I mean? I grew my catalog over time to the point where it looks like everybody fucks with my podcast. You know what I'm saying? Because like at the same time, it's true, but it's like that's the angle that I'm going at. You know what I mean? Like doing so many different people. You got to have that hunger, like, let's do it, let's keep doing it, you know what I mean? And this is perfect right here, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with you now, you know what I'm saying? People going to see that. Wes probably going to come on here. I'm going to get Wes come up on here.
Sure, I appreciate
Things like that. So it's like, it's things like that get you far into this, bro. And that's like, I think the only advice I would give to anyone if you're trying to take this to you, to anyone that's starting a podcast, bro, it's a lot, man. You got to keep up with it, and relationships lead to other things. Like I said, if I wouldn't have done the one with Wes, I would never got sponsored, bro. Because I met Marvin. Marvin knows Wes. The whole thing started. So it's just like, you got to do things, and little, there's always like a blessing behind it. You know what I mean? You never know. Like I said, doing this right here is a perfect example, but like, you're going to have things where you're going to be like, maybe you don't know if you should do it or whatever. You'll start getting subscribed. You'll start getting views, and you'll be like, people are going to start coming at you saying like, let me get on your podcast, and you never really know. You're going to get to the point where you're going to be like, I don't know if I should really do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got this other person, blah, blah, blah. But you never really know, you know what I mean? So when you're starting out, and I started getting like that over time, you know what I mean? Like, I do a lot of stuff now, you know what I mean? I interview a lot of people. So I do have a lot of people that want to come on and stuff like that, and I don't do all of them. So you're going to have to grow and adjust, obviously, but you don't want to count nobody out when you're starting, bro. You don't want to count nobody out. You want to do as much as you can. You want to evaluate it, you know what I'm saying? Look at it as this could be a two-way streak, whatever. It's going to be good on my side. Both ways. If not, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you charge people. You're going to get to, I don't know. I started charging people a couple months in because I was just going crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I charge people now to this day. But, it's like the studio.
I think.
All that stuff.
I think you should. Because people coming to you for their rollout.
No, for sure. Like,
for their promotion, for their business.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't
free promo.
Yeah, no, we don't do free nothing like here. Yeah, so if you actually want to interview, head up my manager right now. You know, I'm Steve 4K. Trey is in the bio. You know, he'll hook you up with a rate. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you interviews, stuff like that. But we don't charge every guest, nothing like that. But we just like we look at it, we evaluate. This is going to be a good thing both ways. You know what I'm saying? But it's mostly the people that are just trying to come on here. You know, they want to come on with an agenda. Yeah, they don't want to come on here and tell you to ask them about things and promote themselves.
And you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, just and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to respect what I'm going on. You know what I'm saying? In my podcast, and the price is gonna keep going up. So if you try to lock in now, nigga. Lock in right now. But yeah, I'm sorry to keep on going on with that, but
no, nigga,
that's game.
Definitely,
we appreciate that. I like to ask people that because you feel me. Boom, that clip right there. You feel me? That's that's powerful and motivational.
Sure, man. And that's how I wanted to come on here. And I know we can talk about a bunch of other shit and stuff like that. But we can do another part too. We can talk about stuff like that. Yeah. But I want to talk about this too because it's really cool because you guys remind me of exactly what I don't know if both of you guys, but for sure you remind me for sure when I was doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just keep that shit up, man. You're gonna meet a lot of good people. You're gonna get interviewed. Next thing you know, things are gonna come, bro, for sure.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Man.
I really appreciate that.
Appreciate you having me.
And thank you for locking this in.
Absolutely, bro.
For sure. Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely.
We're gonna close this out.
Shout out to Moval.
Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Moval. I love that shit.
You feel
what I mean? It's the Finger Poppin' Podcast, supporting the Inland Empire one episode at a time. We have the homie Rel here.
Yes, sir.
Part of the Real Me with Rel.
Yes, sir, man.
Tap in if you guys want to link up for a podcast with him.
And my manager.
Bam.
4K Trey.
Yeah, right there.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to your sponsor.
Yes, and shout out Loud Logs. If you guys trying to, I don't know, we still got some money over here. I know you guys smoke over there. You guys smoke? Okay, so you guys gonna have to hit the blunt.
Yeah, no, we about to roll. We'll
probably roll another one. I don't know. Could we roll after we?
Yeah.
So I gave some Loud Logs, so you guys gonna have to try and give me your honest opinion on that. But shout out my sponsor, Loud Logs. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys go smoke these. These are the leaves we are smoking all year. They come in this pack of 6. A lot of different flavors, a lot of cool collabs, like with Big Sad, some of your favorite artists. You gonna see G Perico on there. He said, I don't know, he's named some bunch of other cool people. But you guys see a lot of cool stuff. You guys can go get these right now. Loudlogs.com. Get yourself a box. I want to say, what else we were shouting out? Yeah, so you guys can go fuck with me, Real Me or Rel. Make sure you guys go subscribe to me. Just hit 1,000. And, I'd definitely like to have you on my podcast as well, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to get you out there, maybe at the studio, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah,
have
I'm down.
A cool little day. Pull up on me. We could definitely do a podcast. I would love it, bro, for sure. Hell yeah.
See, and we're linking up. That's something.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, for sure. We could definitely get that in this year. I could definitely see that going in.
Yeah.
But besides, shout out my sponsor Marv, Nothing But His Studios. Make sure you guys go fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Of course. My proud sponsor Marv. He's got a lot. He's at the it's Grammy weekend right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's at a lot of Grammy event stuff right now. You know, he's that platinum producer. If you guys don't know him, shout out Mixed by Marv. He went viral for doing engineering the song with Lil Baby and Money Man. So yeah, and then he does a lot of that for credits. So shout out my sponsor Marv.
Tight.
Yeah, so he's the one that but besides that, I think that's pretty much it. Follow me on the ads, and that's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shout out to UTB Lifestyle. Go follow them at UTB Worldwide. They supply all the freshest butter in the Inland Empire everywhere. Go ahead and tap in. No Pressure Records Network. The homie CM, tap in if you want video sessions. Go ahead, doggy.
Yeah,
shit.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the Finger Popping Podcast, and make sure you subscribe to the No Pressure Records Network. We dropping on a daily basis, weekly basis. It's going crazy, so don't get left out the loop. You feel me? Because it's going up. And thank y'all fellas for coming through. You feel me? Thank you for having me on.
Of course,
having me on too to join y'all today. You feel me? Hey, we going up. Stop playing. We'll get out of here with some music.
More than the Inland Empire, one episode at a time. Bah!
Hell yeah. That was good, bro.